Everything rises and falls on leadership. So what we're trying to help them understand is that if we can help grow the leader, we can help grow the organization. If the leader can grow and understand the things that are holding them back, then we can help them grow the church as well. We have a year-long engagement that we do with our pastors, and we put them in their cohorts of 5 or 6 guys. What the retreat does, we have guys that come in from all over the country. They get to meet each other, get to know each other, build relationships with each other, and then that kicks off the rest of the year that we do with a Zoom call. But these are important just to bond those groups together before we start our year-long engagement.
It's really about healthy churches. The principles are true whether it's a small church or not so small church, of what a really healthy church is, and trying to learn how to diagnose what are the areas that need to be addressed, and how do we graciously but directly and boldly go after those things and see if we can make a difference in our community.
The guys that come are great shepherds, and so we really don't have any sessions on shepherding, how to do a hospital visit. And we're not a seminary, but our lane is strategy and leadership. And that's what we see so many of the small church pastors are hungry for. I know there's another year, I'm just not sure how to find it and how to move it forward. And so they're hungry for that leadership and strategy piece. And that's what we want to help them in practical ways. Man, I hope they take home some tools, just practical tools that they can go back and work with their leadership teams to be able to begin to get traction, and work toward momentum, get some movement in the ministry, and be able to identify what it is that God wants them specifically to be doing in their community.
My hope with working with Small Church USA is to develop better strategies and how to move our leadership and then our entire church into a position where we are making disciples and reaching our community, specifically starting with children and then expand out to their families and then into the community. So far, we're 2 days in, and I feel like we have already covered quite a bit about how to put strategies in place so that our leadership can be trained and so that we can train the rest of the church to go and to reach these families and into the community.
And I think the prayer is, in the world we live in, we need healthy churches. And for churches and networks to invest in this kind of thing is fantastic, because healthy pastors produce healthy churches, which make a difference in our communities to reach lost people and help them become fully devoted followers of Jesus.
And we have a lot of fun, because we eat some great food and we play some fun games and we do some stuff together, but just getting to know these guys in their context of where they are, what their ministry's like, what they're struggling with, how can we help them, and it's fun just to see the hope as they I can actually do this and somebody's gonna walk with me to make it happen. That piece of hope and the light bulbs coming on, that's a really exciting part of it for me.
Oh man, it's been great to know the guys at Small Church USA better, getting to know the other pastors better, to go through the material, but also just to have times to sit together and get to know each other and to eat together and play cornhole together and just relax and have some time to just be me instead of being a pastor that has to be on all the time.
I pray that God would give them strength and energy to be able to get movement going in their churches and see God begin to work in great ways.
The Rock Point story, which we started with 20 elderly people, and over time saw God work as we worked on leadership and strategy. Nobody will ever tell me that any church is too small and that God can't do something big in that church. We started with 20, we run 1,000 today. It can be done. God can do really cool things, and you can be a part of a really cool story if you're willing to okay, let's just jump into this thing and see what God can do.